Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? Todd McShay has his latest mock draft out. And this is a post-combine mock draft. And I think we all agree, and boy, we talked about this last week, didn't we, about Anthony Richardson, how he was the guy who had the biggest boom potential. Because I think the way we said it last week is Zach Wilson rocketed all the way up to the number 2 overall pick because at a pro day he made an impressive throw across his body, like 50 yards in the air. So no surprise when you see Anthony Richardson go to the combine, have the type of day he did athletically, and you understand why you're going to see him rocket up some draft boards. McShay's latest mock draft post-combine does have some action at the top, and this has been a pretty common projection. He's got the Indianapolis Colts with a mock trade going up to number 1 to take Bryce Young out of Alabama. So Colts trading up to 1 to take Bryce Young, and then the quarterback parade is going to continue. C.J. Stroud going 2 to the Houston Texans, Will Anderson 3 to Arizona, and then another projected trade with the Raiders going up to 4, where the Bears would have gone down, right? The Bears would have traded with Indy, so Bears drop to 4. Bears trade down again, and the Raiders take Anthony Richardson. So McShay's got Richardson jumping all the way to number 4 in this draft via mock trade scenario to Las Vegas. A couple others that may be of interest. Nolan Smith, who had a blow-up day at the Combine. McShay projects the outside linebacker, edge rusher, to go 8th overall to the Atlanta Falcons. That would put him in the division, of course, and the Saints would then have to deal with him there. And also in the NFC South, Carolina at 9, taking Will Levis. So the 4th quarterback in the top 9 picks coming off the board there, if in fact we do see Will Levis go 9 to Carolina, and then you'd have Carolina obviously taking its potential franchise quarterback, its long-term option. As far as New Orleans down at 29, I actually really love what McShay projects here. And this may be annoying to some Saints fans because the Saints seemingly always go interior line in the first round on either side of the ball. But this so happens to be a year where you have got to address the defensive line. You have one defensive lineman under contract. And it's a guy whose name right now I honestly don't even remember. Muse, can you do me a favor and look up the guy's name? There's one defensive lineman who the Saints presently have under contract. Can you please tell me his name? Just pull up a Saints roster. You'll find it. We all expect David Onyemata is going to be back, that he'll re-sign. At least I do. I think many do. But the Saints, you do not have a choice. You have to go address defensive line. And McShay has the Saints taking Brian Breesy, the defensive tackle out of Clemson, who had a tough season, had a personal tragedy in his family, if anyone followed college football and saw that. But you're talking about a dude that's 6'6", 300 pounds, and is a dominant interior player. He not only did he deal with the death of his sister this year, but also a kidney infection, and so it took him away from the field. But when he is on the field and right, he is a dominant player. And he was a guy that many would have projected before the season to be a top half of round 1 guy. If he's sitting there on the board at 29 and you get a dominant interior player, man, and you start to think about like players like Jonathan Allen and Jeffrey Simmons and dominant interior play, Chris Jones, dominant interior defensive lineman, if you might be able to get that guy for this defense at 29, that's awful tantalizing. So no LSU players in round 1, but McShay is projecting the Saints to go defensive tackle with Brian Breesy out of Clemson. And if that's there, I would be completely on board with it. What do we have, Muse?
His name is Prince Emili.
There it is. And you know what? Hang on. I saw Sean Fazan tweet a bit ago that the Saints let somebody go, and I think it might have been him. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm sorry. They didn't let anybody go. They signed DB Ugochukwu Amadi.
Say that 5 times fast.
Well, I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, which is the tough part. Ujokwu Chukwu? Ugo Chukwu. I think it's Ugo Chukwu. Ugochukwu Amadi.
Look at that name.
Ugo Chukwu Amadi. Ugo Chukwu Amadi. Ugo Chukwu Amadi. I think I nailed it. Ugo Chukwu Amadi. They signed him. They didn't release somebody. Prince who?
Prince Emili.
Prince Emili. Only interior defensive tackle the Saints currently have under contract. How about that? They got work to do. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.